All right, so if Trump's tariffs are illegal, doesn't that mean companies should stop charging more for their products? This is a comment that I got from Shauna after on a video that I posted yesterday about the appeals court finding that Donald Trump's tariffs are illegal. But in response to that, should companies stop charging more? No, absolutely not, because they're under no obligation to stop charging more because they're probably still paying those tariffs. What the appeals court found is that the president of the United States does not have the right to levy taxes at all, right? That is not an Article 2 power. That is an Article 1 power. That is Congress's sole prerogative is to, I mean, not sole prerogative, but it is Congress's sole prerogative to levy and raise taxes, not the president's. That's what's illegal. So should companies stop charging for the money that they're already paying because Donald Trump's tariffs? No, because when a good comes from overseas, right? When a good from overseas is imported into the United States, usually it's done by boat. And when a product makes its way from like anywhere, Rotterdam to Boston, right? It gets on a ship in Rotterdam and it comes to Boston. Once it hits Boston, the captain of the ship has an inventory of every product, every good that's on that boat, and there's a little duty surcharge to each of those products, and they add it all up. And the captain of the ship is personally responsible for whatever is owed as a duty to bring those products into the United States. Now, that's normal business as usual, but Donald Trump is imposing all these crazy wild tariffs that are changing. People don't know whether they're on or they're off. They're also of dubious legality. Not even dubious. We actually know that they're just not legal. So they're not dubiously legal. But when that importer is charged, when they are personally on the hook for whatever the import duties are, they're going to go ahead and say, all right, well, I have to pay all this extra money to get the goods that you Americans are ordering, right? I'm happy to bring it over here, but I don't want to pay for that shit out of my pocket. It's not my iPhone or bicycle or whatever, bottle of wine, like it's your guys' stuff, so you guys should pay for it. That's fair, right? It's fair. And when they deal with companies who are bringing in these goods, they're just going to pass the money that they have to pay personally on to the next customer. The person, ultimately whoever's buying it at the end is responsible for paying the tariff. So what really needs to happen is the tariffs to go away entirely.